Hi lovelies, I'm Ariel and this is Maven Unmasked, and welcome to the trappings of falling for potential. Really the potential trap of falling in love with potential. Just burning some Palo Santo here to get the space nice and clear, bring in some nice, beautiful, positive energy into the space and into the room, so we can talk about this, because this is some heavy stuff. Okay, so, and the reason I wanted to talk about this today, this is something that I've gone through quite a bit in my relationships with people and dealing, with different life circumstances. And Spirit put it on me so hard today. All of a sudden it just came and I had to start taking all of these notes because it was just coming so fast, that Spirit wanted me to share with you all today because it's helped me, and I'm sure this video can help somebody else, because I think this is something we all go through at some point in our lives, and for some of us it may be a repeating pattern. Okay, so I love the smell of Palo. Okay, so I also have some stones here that we'll be talking a little bit about today to kind of help with this. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I really wanted to start with this poem that I found on Facebook. How lovely, right? So it has some adult language, so if you're not into that, you can turn it off now. But it's called Hourglasses. I don't know who it's by. I saw it on Poems Porn, I think, on an astrology site I'm in, a group I'm in, and it popped up. So, and I thought it was so appropriate. I fucked up. And where I fucked up is probably where a lot of us fuck up. I waited. I waited for him to come around. I waited to see if things would get better. I waited to see if he would become the man that I imagined him becoming. All of this fucking waiting, and before I knew it, a bunch of years had passed me by, and I was still doing the same old shit. Waiting. So, how true is that for so many of us? I know that's true with me in many circumstances, whether it be a job I'm in and you're sitting and you're waiting for things to get better, and your boss is like, yeah, things are going to get better, and, this is going to happen and that's going to happen, and you get really excited again. It's like these highs and lows, these peaks and valleys, the cycle, things are kind of crappy, and then, they start turning good maybe for about 3-6 months, maybe just a few weeks, and then it comes right back down again, and you're in this vicious cycle repeating. It could be like that in a romantic relationship, in a friendship. And the key to kind of working through this is really releasing expectations. Truly. We, have certain stereotypes or standards or fantasies in our head, certain expectations, attachment to outcomes, all of these things. And by holding on to that, we ignore the truth, or what is literally right in front of your face. And the universe is throwing this at you again and again and again and again and again to get you to do something different, to change things up, to break the cycle. You can't expect a plant to grow a certain way, right? You can't expect a tree to grow a certain way. If there's more sunlight, in this direction, the tree may not grow straight like you want it to. It may veer, and bend all the way to the right. I mean, I know some of you, if you live in the suburbs or in a city and there's trees next to, the telephone poles and telephone wires and stuff, and the trees kind of grow up and over, or if you're in the forest, look at how the trees bend to catch the sunlight. You cannot control that. People and situations and things will grow as they will, as they're supposed to, in divine right timing. And you cannot, push the fast forward button on that. And maybe, they'll never get to what you think your potential of them is. Because what you think your potential is may not be what they have in mind at all. Or it may be what they tell you, but Is it something that's truly in their destiny and their life plan? They may want to be that, but they can't, or they don't know how. So it's important to release expectations so you're not falling in this trap over and over again, falling in love with potential. I love this quote. This helped me so much back, oh gosh, and it's something that I've had with me for a few years. I think I heard this maybe the first time in 2011 or 2012. I think it's when Oprah's Super Soul Sunday had really first come out, and I was watching it, going through a lot of turmoil and healing and stuff at that time in my life. And I'll never forget her saying, when someone shows them who you are, believe them the first time. Believe them the first time. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. You know, don't expect them to change for you, or, you know, for your marriage, or for, you know, they want to help you get this position, or whatever it is. You know, someone can only change because they want to, because it's in their heart when they're ready. And they may never be ready in your timing again. So, next point, stop making excuses for either you being in the situation or for this person so you can stay in the situation, because it all comes down to fear. You know, my ear has just been, you know, woo, 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 woo with noise lately the last like 2 days. So I definitely know the universe, star, you know, beings, spirit has been talking to me and getting this message across to me. Stop, to give to you, stop making excuses for other people. Stop making excuses for staying in a situation that makes you unhappy. Because that's what we do. Especially when we wait. And there's another Facebook, something I saw on Facebook, another poem. It's by, and please, if I say this wrong, I'm so sorry, Nayyirah Waheed, Nayyirah Waheed. Someone can be madly in love with you and still not be ready. They can love you in a way that you have never been loved and still not join you on the bridge. And whatever their reasons, you must leave. Because you never, ever have to inspire anyone to meet you on the bridge. You never, ever have to convince someone to do the work to be ready. There is more extraordinary love, more love that you have never seen out here in this wide and wild universe. And there is the love that will be ready. So I the first time I heard this, it was like, yes, it was saying everything I wanted to say, but was having so much trouble saying. I love this. They can love you in a way that you have never been loved and still not join you on the bridge. I cannot tell you how true that is, at least in my experience, and maybe for you too. It's like, come on, you know, I know this beautiful world. Let's go build this together. Let's do this thing. You know, I want to do this thing with you, or with this job, or with something else, whatever it is. I want to do this thing. Come on, come with me. And they, you know, they can't. They don't want to. They don't know how to. It's not their thing. And you try and you pull and you pull and you pull till your hands are raw and bleeding. You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You can pull as hard, you know, as you want until your hands are bleeding. But, you know, you're still standing in the same place, you know, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. Maybe some of you decade after decade. You know? Do you want to live like that? Or do you want to end that and break that pattern? You know, maybe they're not meant to join you on the bridge. Maybe this is a journey you have to go alone. You have to make this transition, because what does water do and what do bridges do? They take you from one place to another place. And maybe you have to leave the place with this person and travel the bridge alone to get to this new place, where there are other people who are already on the other side of the bridge, happy to join you, happy to see you. They're waiting with welcoming arms for you. You know? that crossing over, that transition, the rainbow bridge, for some of us who maybe have lost loved ones, that transitionary period. And how scary it is to leave somebody and the situation and the comfort you have that that you become accustomed to on this side of the bridge, because you know what you're going to get day in and day out. As boring and as unhappy as you may be, you know what to expect. You don't know what to expect on the other side of the bridge in the unknown. That's scary, right? But you're going to sit and pray night and day and beg and pull and plead to get somebody to come over the bridge who doesn't have a ticket. Maybe the admission is just for you. Okay? So what can you do to kind of, help you in this, if you decide anyway to, leave the comfort here and transition over the bridge, to maybe higher destiny, your divine life plan and path. What signs is the universe giving you? What signs is spirit giving you that it's time to cross the bridge, time to cross over, if it were, to this new place, this new beginning, this new fresh start, as scary as it may be, but how good it may be, and you don't know. It could be 10 times better than, what you're currently going through, but you'll never know unless you take that step. I'm sure if you step over the bridge and you don't like it over there, I'm sure this situation or this person will probably still be exactly where you left them. And you can go back and say hi if you want. But I dare you to try and choose to transition over the bridge to this new world, this new you, getting back in touch with you. Because too, when we fall in love with potential, I think we become so invested in the situation or the person, what we want them to be, that we deny and neglect ourselves. So that's why my next point, self-care, is so important in helping you to either make a decision, or maybe you've made a decision, and to kind of help you through your healing process. So the first step is noticing old patterns. Notice old patterns. So, is this something you do every time you're in a new job? Every time you change jobs, you end up in a situation like this. You think it's going to be one thing and it ends up being something totally different, and you feel trapped and stuck. But you're still holding out hope, even though you have a panic attack before going to work every day. But it's the money. Or I've been here 25, 30 years, and I'm not going to make as much money somewhere else. You don't know unless you try. Is it worth the depression and the anger and the grief and the torment you feel going to that place every day? Is it worth your happiness and your sanity? Is it worth the stress and the headaches and maybe the heart palpitations you're having? For a little bit of dough? For a little bit of money? That's a choice. That's a decision you have to make. Is it worth it staying in a relationship where what you're going to get day after day after day? The torment and the anger, all of that energy you're putting into every day. Is it worth it to you? But every time you get into a new relationship, let's say it starts off, wonderful on the spiral, and you fantasize about, what you think it's going to turn into, how you think they're going to be, what you want it to be like. Instead of just having no expectations and just going in and enjoying the ride and seeing where it takes you. Okay. Now that's not saying to not have standards and not have certain values and ethics, and trying to find a situation or a person that matches that. But don't have expectations on how you think it's going to turn out or what you want them to do or be for you. Maybe your expectation is you want somebody to be something for you that you're having trouble being for yourself. And the only person that can do it for you is you. That's it. They can't do it for you. Only you can do it. Only you can do it. That car is not going to do it. The house isn't going to do it. The spouse isn't going to do it. The SO isn't going to do it. The career is not going to do it. The dog's not going to do it. You have to do it. You. It's your life. You take you with you everywhere you go. You cannot run from it. Okay? So notice old patterns. Then think about how can you break them. So maybe you decide to walk away from this situation. What do you always do when you walk away from situations like that? What is your pattern? What do you feel pulled to? Is that an old habit that doesn't resonate with you anymore? And it's like, oh, here I go again. Try doing something different. Maybe, for you, if you're in relationships and you break up with somebody and you just jump, right to the next one, or you go out and just party to help you numb it, or you completely close yourself off and don't talk to anybody. Whatever it is, try doing something different, but don't take it to the extreme. That's the next thing. Try to limit yourself from extremes in dealing with this, because that can be a danger and a trap as well. Again, looking outside of you for comfort. Spend time with people who vibe with you spiritually, on the same, vibration if you can find them. If you don't have any in your life, look for them. Put out to the universe, hey, I know I had to do this for a long time. Universe, help me find people who really resonate with me in my soul, who are good to me, who love me for who I am, accept me for who I am. None of the fakeness and drama, real people who vibe with me. And I had to put that intention out there for well over a year, almost probably, oh gosh, over 2 years, almost 3 years, and it slowly kind of trickled in. But it can take a long time. Keep the faith. Have faith in the process. Trust. Ask the universe. Ask your angels, your guides, your ancestors, your loved ones in spirit, the star beings, whoever, whatever it is you subscribe to intervene on your behalf to help you through this. But again, spend time with people who raise your vibration. And if you have friends like that, you know what I mean. People who raise your vibration, who make you feel free, who make you feel peaceful, who make you feel calm, who are non-judgmental, who you have no expectations with or from, and they don't from you either. You can just be. And how beautiful is that? Focus on your healing and whatever that means for you. For everybody, it means something different. I know I probably say these things all the time, but what have you been putting off doing for you? Because again, we get so invested in the other person. Is it work you got, backed up on? Or maybe you've been so busy at work, maybe you've gotten backed up, on spending time with your family, doing some self-care. Maybe you want to dye your hair, get a haircut, little mini transformations for you, changing your diet, going, having a detox, maybe just having a cup of tea and reading a chapter in a book every night. Maybe you've had this book that's been sitting on your shelf for a year and you've been wanting to read it, get it out. Teach yourself something new. Take a class. Maybe there's something you want to learn. Now you finally have more time in your life to do so if you decide to step away from this situation. Again, you do not have to. But it's like, if you're stuck in this situation, you're like, something's got to give. There's got to be more. I need something more. I need intervention, universe. I need it. If you're overfull, if your arms are so overfull and you got stuff on your back and stuff strapped to your legs, all this weight, stress you're carrying, how are you going to put anything new in? You have to purge, release, detox, cut cords, let people, situations, places, things go if they're not for your best and highest good anymore. And there may be fear that if you walk away from this situation that the person may resent you or, that you've let them down. But you don't want to become resentful of them or of yourself in the situation either. You know? Do what feels right for you. The universe will let you know, will send you signs. And you have to learn to sit with the uncomfortable. As uncomfortable and unpleasant as it may be, you may have to just learn to sit with the uncomfortable, with the anxiety, with the sadness, with the anger, with the worry, with the fear, with the stress. But know that you'll come out of it. Again, that bridge, you take that step on the bridge, you know, keep moving forward. You're going to get to the other side of it at some point. You cannot stay and live on the bridge. The bridge is just a transitionary period, a transitionary point from point A to point B. If you live on the bridge, you become the troll, right? The troll under the bridge, right? Don't live on the bridge. Use it as a transition. But, you know, you may have to feel the uncomfortable, you know. I'm getting there. Think about those, you know, bridges way up in the mountains that, you know, are literally like the little strings, you know, rope bridges, and, you know, it sways and you're scared shitless, you know. Or if you've seen the images of that like glass bridge, and I don't know if it's China or Japan or something like that, and it's all, the whole thing is made of glass and the bottom is glass, and it's like, the bridge is just a transitionary period, as scary as it may be. You know. Oh, or like, if you live in my area, I'm giving all these bridge examples, just this last one, I promise. If you live in my area, Ocean City, Maryland, you know, if you live on the other side of the Bay Bridge and you want to get to Ocean City, a lot of people don't like driving on the Bay Bridge. It's okay. It's not my favorite. It's beautiful. You have to worry about all the other people on the bridge. You know, but you can't be distracted on the bridge either. You have to be focused on getting to your destination. Because if you get distracted, you'll go over, right? But so many people are scared to go over that bridge. But then once you do, you're in Ocean City, you're having fun, you're at the beach, you're, you know, all this stuff. So think about it like that. But when it comes to, oh, and don't act out. Don't act out in dealing with the uncomfortable. Again, not taking things to extremes and, you know, or to a place of overindulgence. And I don't have to go into that. I'm sure you all know what I mean. Overeating, smoking too much, drinking too much, you know, drugs, you know, all of those kinds of things. You know, don't act out, you know, self-harm, all those things. Don't act out. You know, if it becomes too uncomfortable, always talk to somebody else. But somebody's, you know, on the bridge, you know, or is on the other side of the bridge. Somebody who raises your vibration. Okay. But when it comes down to this, it's to the end of this, it's all about acceptance. All about acceptance. Whether you accept this situation or this person, this place, this thing, you know, as it is, and you decide it's something you can live with, or accepting this person, this place, or thing as it is, and accepting that it doesn't resonate with you anymore. Or maybe it never really did. You know, it depends on you and your situation. Maybe you've just grown and, you know, differently. The tree, you know, split. You know? But again, acceptance is key. Now do I want to draw a card from Raphael? Let's draw a card from Archangel Raphael. Yeah, we'll do Archangel Raphael, and we'll do Sacred Rebels. I was going to do a tarot card. I don't think I'm going to. So Archangel Raphael, what is a message you have for us? Thank you. About the potential trappings of falling in love with potential. Thank you. Relationship. Okay. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for healing and guiding all of my relationships upon the path of love. So healing those relationships. You know, if you decide to end a relationship, do so with love, not with anger. Again, don't act out. Or don't go, drink a whole bunch and then come back, drunk texting or, fighting with them. Come from a place, heart chakra open, from a place of love. Okay, and let's get a card for the Sacred Rebels, from the Sacred Rebels Oracle from Spirit, about a message to those of us on the bridge. Thank you. So for those of us on the bridge, focus on the light at the end of the tunnel. Like the sunflower, turn your head to where the sun grows. Sunflowers are also representative of the sun and divine masculine energy, getting in touch with your divine masculine energy. Maybe if you have an overabundance of feminine energy, or maybe if you have a pattern of just hopping from one relationship right to the next, embracing the divine masculine within yourself so you'd feel that you don't have to do that. Or the divine feminine if it's the opposite for you, whatever it is. Okay, so we have, I love it, listening for truth. Okay, listening for truth, which is I believe this card came up for my Lightworkers Evolution reading for June of 2017. For those of you who may be new and don't know, I am a certified psychic medium and tarot reader, so I do readings on the channel. But listening for truth. So what is your truth in all of this? What is your truth? Stay or go? Can you accept it or can you not? Can you vibe with it or can you not? What is your truth in this? And what is their truth in this too? Or the situation? What is the truth of the whole matter? Look at the whole situation from every perspective possible if you can. And then what is the truth? What is your truth? Every journey begins with a single step. And I love how she's bare bones, naked, birthday suit, naked as the day she was born. And, that represents being stripped away, things being stripped away, being vulnerable, also being new, fresh starts, a clean blank slate. And every new journey, maybe the things that you wanted from this person or situation, you can get it from someplace else, but you don't know unless you take that single step onto the bridge, and keep stepping, keep moving forward. Don't become stuck and stagnated. And then the word wants to be written. Write it out, baby. Write it all out from your heart, what you're getting from the universe. It's like messages are coming through your crown chakra from spirit. To me, this is also about transmuting your thoughts into positive thoughts, because it's like, transmuting the negativity into butterflies, that transformation into positive thoughts and energy. Receiving information from spirit through your crown chakra into your third eye chakra. Write about your transformation process. And it's almost like she's weeping, right? Maybe allowing the words to help you grieve, to help you heal, to help you get it out. Maybe what you're really upset about is not, what you think you're really upset about. When you start writing and grieving and getting it out, maybe, what you think is upsetting you about this situation isn't really the heart of the matter. Maybe it goes deeper down than that. Maybe back to childhood, maybe back to, adolescence, maybe back to a situation from a previous job or school or whatever it is. An old feeling, an old thing. And letting it out, going back to that and healing that. Okay? Releasing that. Transmuting that. It's like my ears are buzzing. Thank you, Spirit. But yes, healing through, writing, getting it out, the written word. And what you think you're upset about, you may really not be upset about. You may be surprised and find that you have so much more healing work to do. Just one layer of the onion, another one being peeled back. Because we can heal the same situation many times over. And that's okay. Crystals to help you. I believe I also talked about this in my Lightworker Evolution reading for June 2017. Kunzite. Loving it. Perfect for self-acceptance, self-love, self-healing. I am finding it that I love it so much more than rose quartz right now, even though I love rose quartz. This to me just heals on a deeper level. To me, rose quartz is more general love or outside love or romantic love. This is purely about you and your love healing. Anxiety, where if you have anxiety or depression, raising your vibration, all of those things. Loving kunzite, if you can get a piece. Kunzite. Loving it. Another one, pink tourmaline, especially in conjunction with black tourmaline. Okay? They're awesome. Beautiful duo, if you can use them in conjunction together. Beautiful, beautiful to use them in tandem together. One in one hand, one in the other. But again, self-love, protection, healing, just beautiful. And of course, quartz. Clear quartz. Amplifier. This is my Starberry quartz. And I'm loving it. So maybe that's why my ear has been buzzing lately. Communication through the stars and all of that. But, to help you assimilate that divine wisdom, maybe if you can't get a piece of this, working with amethyst, working a lot with water energy, I feel like would be good to kind of temper the heat and the tension of some of this energy. But again, I'm Ariel, and this has been Maven Unmasked with the potential trap of falling in love with potential. If you'd like to get a reading with me, check out my blog, learn about me, and see my website. Please check out www.mavenunmasked.com, or you can also check out my Etsy shop under the same name, Maven Unmasked. Have a great one, lovelies, for yourselves, and just try and break old patterns and habits. So much love and light to you. Bye.